This is Little Peach, which I've made over $185,000 on, and is one of 10 faceless YouTube channels that I've scaled over the last 6 years whilst working at an investment bank in the UK. It's a YouTube Kids channel that I started 5 years ago before all the AI YouTube gurus started telling you about it. And in this video, I'm going to walk you through real scenarios on how I find high growth YouTube niches before everyone else, which is far more important to understand than purely how to grow on YouTube. Because if you can find a niche early, because there's less competition, you can afford to make mistakes and still get views. If you pick a well-known niche, you need great content from day one to have any chance of growing, which is expensive and requires years of experience. I'm also going to debunk some myths and identify mistakes you are likely making through a live case study. But first, in case you think I grew this one channel purely by luck, here is another channel which I grew to over 100k subs and over $100,000 in revenue. Firstly, I'm really frustrated with what's going on in the YouTube growth space right now. There are a ton of questionable YouTube gurus and supposed experts who have a lack of legitimate proof or auditable results. Some of them are tricking you guys, and here is 2 ways that they're doing it. The way you might be aware of is if you look at one of my channels here, Chinami-chan, which is about My Hero Academia, you'll see it says $109,000 made, which is cool, except what I've actually done is change the currency to Fijian dollars to mislead you, which sounds totally more impressive, and you can't detect this because the symbols look the same. But you'll see when I change this to USD, we get the actual number. But the even sneakier way is, even if I've proven to you that this is in USD, there's another way that I can do this. I can go into developer tools, and I can ask the AI to change any of the numbers that I want to anything that I want them to be. So I can say find this number and replace it with Bob. Just as an illustration that you can really do anything you want with this tool. I press OK, and as you see now it says Bob. And you have no way of gauging that this is actually fake or not, because if I click through, this will stay the same. So obviously if I put a different monetary number there, you would know that it was different. This is important because I've seen loads of YouTube gurus claiming major success with both YouTube Shorts and long-form content with suspiciously high revenue or RPM in niches that I know from experience have very low RPM, suggesting they're faking results to trick you into trusting them and spending money on whatever they are selling. So please, before you listen to them or me, try and cross-check their claimed revenue and views with either real YouTubers who have released their earnings, or cross-check it against all of the different online articles estimating RPM per niche. Given I work in an investment bank, I'm subject to the UK regulator, and if I lie to you guys, I'll get de-licensed for bad conduct and probably fired. So I'll be uncomfortably transparent with you in my videos. If you're feeling cynical about me, go to askarcherwarren.com and watch a testimonial by one of my YouTube consulting clients, Simon, who has over 5 million subscribers, to see what he thinks of me. Anyway, back to Little Peach. I'm sure a lot of you are gamers, so I'll go into how to grow a gaming channel in 2025 in a few minutes, because yes, it is still possible. But before that, just to prove to you that Little Peach is also toggled to US dollars and not some monopoly money currency. Anyway, I identified the baby sensory niche in 2019 when there was only one other channel around, and I started posting, seeing massive success very quickly. But if you search this niche now, you'll find dozens and dozens of channels that are trying to grow in this space, which is in principle great because there's more content for the audience to enjoy and it raises the overall awareness and viewer base as YouTube promotes this videos on a broader audience. However, if you look more closely, you'll see all of these channels are failing, like this one here, and struggling to get more than a few views per video, despite dozens, if not hundreds of uploads. Why? These people are rushing and taking sloppy shortcuts with AI, which they've been advised to do by supposed YouTube gurus whose business model is promising you that easy, automated spam uploads will help you compete with the likes of CoComelon, Hey Bear Sensory, or Little Peach. But spoiler, you won't. These low quality uploads, which as you can see have bad thumbnails, repetitive titling, and poorly AI generated animation with no thought or care behind it and no upload strategy, will not grow and gain market share because the audience knows you're trying to trick them. And yes, even the toddlers watching will
be like, bruh, what is this? This ain't right.
And if they don't notice, the parents certainly will. So this example channel I have here, which has over 900 videos posted, tells me that this person's very keen to grow on YouTube, and I can totally understand that. But you need to be intentional with your approach and be able to break down the niche, the content structure, and the culture surrounding the interest in those videos. For example, you should be aware that young parents are very protective of what content their toddlers consume and don't want them consuming AI brain rot. And you should have a good marketing and upload strategy, all things which I discuss in my school community in detail. For the record, I don't recommend trying to launch a 3D kids animation channel like Little Peach or CoComelon, as some of my videos cost hundreds of dollars to make and some of CoComelon's probably cost thousands to make. And it has a trash RPM due to kids advertising laws preventing targeted advertising on kids. So unless you get hundreds of thousands or millions of views on some of your videos like I do, you will be in the red. For example, this video on Little Peach got 40,000 views and only generated $45, which means I lost over $300 making this video. But there's lots of other niches some of which are still kids animation that on a low budget or virtually no budget you can grow into. Here is the principle of how I found and grew channels in the baby sensory niche, the texting storage niche, and this new breakout niche, Chat Music, who's doing over 20 million views per month, posting comedy songs based on Instagram comment sections, which I found in early October, again before everyone else. This can be done for free. Your first instinct is probably going to be to search a YouTube video or an article online that lists different YouTube niches, but this can only give you generic suggestions. You won't find anything revolutionary here. Instead, what you want to do is actually think about all the different areas of interest that people have, which those generic lists can give you, and then find intersections between the two of them. For example, music is a very popular area of interest, and I can intersect that with another area of interest and an upcoming trend, which is AI. So if I put those two together, I get AI music. Now I'm going to use this as an example, but you don't have to pick AI music. It could be AI architecture, it could be AI lifestyle, it could be whatever you want it to be. So if I put in AI music here, I'm going to find everything that YouTube thinks to me is relevant to do with AI. Now I'm going to actually show you how I found that chat music genre live in this video. But the most important thing to do first is to have created a brand new channel with no search history and on a fresh browser tab. As you can see, that I've got no watch history here. All I've done is search AI music. So what it's going to show you is a bunch of different things to do with AI music. You can see real musicians talking about AI, you can see announcements about different AI software and different videos, you can see people reacting to it, and you can see here this image of Trump. And I'm like, that's interesting. This is clearly an AI music video someone's made. So let's open that in a new tab and we're going to have a look at that. We've also seen here AI search. This has popped out quite a lot to me. So I'm like, what is this? Okay, this looks like it's an AI news channel. So now I've found two different niches within the AI space. One is which is music related, the other which isn't. But that's fine. We can, we can subscribe to these channels, we can like the videos, and what this is doing is that when we refresh the YouTube homepage now, it's going to give us very curated data based specifically on just these two things that I've done. So what you'll see is that if I click on a couple of these videos and I like the video and I subscribe, I'm building a little bit of metadata. I can even leave a random comment, and now YouTube knows what I'm interested in. So that when I go back to the homepage, all it's going to do is guess based on this input what videos that I'm interested in. And what this is going to do is it's going to bring out all of the different areas in AI music that might be interesting. Now it doesn't have lots of data, so it's going to be a bit broad here. So some of them might not be AI related, but some of them will be. As you can see, the AI search thing is there. There's also this, and there's this. Now this looks a bit dodgy, it looks a little bit too saucy, but I'm going to click on it anyway to illustrate a point. Now let's say I click on this video and this channel and I'm like, okay, maybe I'm curious to see what this is all about. So I'm going to subscribe to it to see if I can find similar channels to it. Now, I'm not going to post content like this, and I don't recommend you guys do because, it's just not very reputable, is it? But what you'll see is that if I like a couple of these videos and then I go back to the homepage, again, the algorithm has decided, okay, this is what I'm interested in. So it's going to start pushing this to me, as you can see here. But let's say I don't actually want to see loads of this information because it's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for that chat music thing earlier. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go to my watch history and I'm going to curate my algorithm. I'm going to say, no, I don't want to see that, thank you. And I'm going to make sure that I'm not subscribed to it down here. And this doesn't work perfectly, but it works approximately. So if you do a couple more refreshes, it'll start to remove some of this data. And as you can see, it's taken out a lot of the raunchy things that we were looking at a minute ago. Now, the next question is, how did I actually get to finding this chat music thing? What I was doing is I was going through videos that were related to AI music to sort of pull things out of the algorithm. And I was subscribing, I'm liking these videos, and I'm looking through the suggested videos to see if there's anything relevant, and I'm seeing things that are very similar but nothing new to me. So I'm going back to the homepage again, and I'm refreshing it and seeing what it pulls out for me. And over time, you'll find that things that are different interests that are different will pop out to you. And one of the interesting things about the algorithm is that when you search AI music again now, you would think it would show me the exact same results, but YouTube likes to actually curate things. So what it does is it takes the term that you've searched and then guesses things that you like that are similar to it and then starts putting those into the algorithm. So it starts to pull out things that you wouldn't expect. So if I filter this now by this month and this year, and then boom, as you can see, suddenly this niche has popped out to me, chat music. Now, obviously, I know what it is already, but if you didn't at the time, you would see this and you'd be like, that isn't consistent with some of the other things that I've seen like this. So I'm gonna click on this, and I'm gonna see that I found this niche, and I'm gonna subscribe to this channel. Then we're gonna see if we can find any more channels like this. Back in October when I looked at this was the only channel that was available, but if you start searching these terms now, you'll find things that are similar. So how do you find exactly channels that are similar to this one? Well, if this channel has tags in it, which this one doesn't, but if it did, you could copy paste the tags and put that into the search term, and then you would find some of the similar channels. If you don't have tags appearing automatically, what you can do is actually download tags for YouTube. It's just a Chrome extension that shows you whatever tags people have put on their videos, and then you can copy that into search and you'll find what you need. I've made this video for 3 reasons. Firstly, I want to correct the path that the YouTube growth niche is on. We need proper track record transparency and to set realistic expectations, not cropped or blurred screenshots, which I will only do if I absolutely have to in order to comply with the rules that the bank has placed upon me for posting content on YouTube. Secondly, I have a school community for aspiring YouTubers who are serious and willing to action the advice and tools that I give them to grow on YouTube. If you join, you'll get a one-to-one consulting call with me as a thank you, where I'll analyze your channel analytics and broader niche and help you build an actionable strategy to grow your channel. You'll also get access to 2 weekly groups of YouTube strategy and analysis calls where we'll share examples of your channels and build an action plan to fixing them. And no, it's not free because I don't want thousands of people joining who are not going to put in effort on YouTube and not going to contribute to the community. Think of the money as a financial commitment to yourself as you finally give a proper push on YouTube. If you don't want to pay, that's cool. Save the money, put it in a box as a reminder of your commitment, and stick to watching free videos on YouTube by any of the YouTubers that you like and think are respectable. For example, April and Alta, who makes great content on YouTube about how to produce YouTube content and YouTube strategy. Thirdly, I'm keen to chat with other experienced YouTubers because I'm not an omniscient being, and hopefully both of our audiences can benefit from our joint knowledge. So if that's you and you're watching this, send me a DM.